everybody. Welcome to Monday nights. We're going to be doing back bends and splits are our focus tonight, but we're going to start the way we normally do. If you're already seated, I'm going to join you. Just start with a bolster or a cushion under your bottom if that helps out a little bit. And we're going to settle down into our body a bit. So if you have any trouble seeing me, we can move around as we go. If I have any trouble seeing you, I'll move around to make sure I can see you. Start where you are, letting go of the shoulders, lifting of the heart, relaxing of the jaw. Just taking a moment to be present. Feel the movement of your torso up and down. Feel the sides going in and out. And then notice your front and back, that depth moving front and back. Noticing as you breathe into all three dimensions. Let your shoulders relax again, softening of the knees. Hands to the knees will lift up. We'll look up toward the sky and then we'll dive forward. Just go where you can, don't force it down. If you feel any pain or discomfort in the head or the neck, come up a notch. Don't force yourself as low down. Taking a moment, we'll roll back and roll up. Reach for the sky. And bring the hands to the heart. And namaste to you all. Thank you for being here. The light in me honors the light within each of you. And I thank you for your presence. Inhale up. And let it go. Take a moment, flip your legs around. So whatever is on top, take it to the bottom. Vice versa. And back into that state of just presence and awareness. Noticing, well, this isn't as cozy as the other side. Or it might be cozier. So just notice what's going on with you. And now without any big movement, I want you to imagine right here, just at the base of the breastbone and at the bottom of the rib kind of thing, you're just going to tuck your body back and you're going to round. And then as you inhale, you're going to lift up with your chest. As you exhale, you're going to round back. And one more lift. Noticing we're not rolling forward or down. We're rounding back. Rounding, giving a C curve to the spine. This time all the way up. And back into neutral. Hands come to your heart. Setting our intention, setting our awareness, slowing our breath, working to become fully present in this room and with these moves. Now when you're ready, roll to your hands and knees. Take a minute, and if you will, take your bolster out to the side or push it all the way to the back end of your mat, whichever works better. All right, so we're going to open those knees up. We're going to flatten out the back. We're going to take a nice deep breath. Inhale up. Exhale round. And we'll just keep moving through with your inhale, turning your toes under, looking up. On your exhale, flatten, round that back. Inhale, turn the toes. Lift the tailbone, lift the head. Exhale, round. Push into your shins, push into your fingertips and your knuckles. One more. And exhale, round. Y'all look good. Come back into neutral. From your neutral positioning, I just want you to take your right leg straight back. So for you, you're just going to take that right leg straight back, pushing through the heel. Feel the stretch of your calf. Don't let the head drop down too far. Stay neutral. Keep the chest lifted. Keep the chin up. Feeling the calf stretch, feeling that press. Shift in easy and then out to the side. We're going to the right now and just push your tailbone straight back. Oh, yeah. As you push back, go only as far as you can. Keep your foot down and just very gently pushing your butt back towards your left heel. Doesn't have to go far to feel it. And then coming back up easy. Shifting up. We're just going to find our balance here. Leg is out to the side. There you go. Hand's going to go to your hip. You're going to reach up with your left. We're opening the gate. We're going up and over, looking toward the foot. Good. Inhale up. Nice and easy. Find your balance. Walk that leg in and then step it forward. Now as we do that step forward, you're getting low and long into that lunge. Lift your chest up and look up toward the sky. Don't overarch your back. We'll get to the arching later. So we're just looking up. First position here, we're going to take the hands down, and if you can, you're just going to take your bottom back a little bit. Good. If you're able, start extending it a little bit deeper. Hand slides down. Try not to lean too far to that left. Stay in your middle here. If you're able, you're going to extend that leg all the way and just look out at your big toe. Whether the leg is extended or not, just look at that big toe. Bending of the knees, shifting back up, and all the way down. Stepping in, take a moment, reset, hands down, left foot steps back, toes down, ball of the foot down, press your heel back behind you. Feel the stretch of your calf and the stretch of your leg from your hip to heel. All the way down that leg, feeling it. 2 and 1. Easy, we'll shift, step to the side. Just take a moment there. Lift your tailbone up. And right there, some of you are already going to be like, yep, feel it, good enough. That's as far as I need to go. If you're able, you're lifting the tailbone up and pushing back at the same time. Don't go too far. If you need a bolster, you can put it just under or behind that right leg to help support you so you don't go too far back. Awesome, finding that balance, maintain, shift. Walk up. Arms gonna come in, tucking, looking up and over, reach over. Let me check y'all out. Looks good. That's it. Soften your elbow and let your elbow press up toward the sky. Do you feel that lengthen through your ribs when you press your elbow up? Yeah, look toward it. Shifting out. Reset, walk the leg around. It's going to go to the front again, so you want to get it near the front edge of your mat. You want to get as low as you can. Oh, deep bend. So right now we're stretching the right hip flexor. We're going to come up. Now we're stretching the hip flexor and the left hamstring. So we're getting a little bit in both. And now we're going to switch that. Hands come down, lengthening the left leg. Right there's enough. A little bit further if you can, and then all the way if you're able. But don't lock the knee. Even if you can straighten it out, don't lock it. Keep your weight centered. Try not to lean to the right. Any variant you need to do, you got one more breath. And then shift, weight back into the left foot, swinging up and around we go, we balance. Nice and easy, hands to the heart, step back, balance. Okay. Now we're going to take ourselves to the balls of our feet if we can. So if you're able, without using your hands, you're just going to rock to it. If you need to, you're going to put your hands down, you're going to turn your toes under, you're going to push back onto the ball of your foot. Either way, we've all made it. There we go. Then nice and easy to a stand. Forward bend easy, let your heels drop as you lengthen your legs. Ooh, straightening out, feeling that length. Reverse dive, up to the sky we go. And bring the hands to the heart. Take a moment and just settle in. Now let that go and we'll reposition. If you need to readjust, readjust. Yoga clothes never stay exactly where they say they will, so put them back where they belong. Take a sip of water if you like. All right. Now we're going to be doing some different movement here. So we're going to start from a standing position. Go ahead and get bricks if you don't have them. I am going to grab a set as well myself. Good. All right. You need? Awesome. All right. It's got a set of bricks. Now, and you may find you don't need them, but it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. Come forward to the front edge of your mat, and we'll hold the bricks on this first set. Okay? Just see where we are with it. So bricks can kind of start on your side there. You can even rest your hands over it, so you're kind of holding it with your wrist, letting the hand rest. Standing tall in your mountain, shoulders are down and back, heads lifted. Legs are long but not locked. Slowing down. Now bricks go to hand, and we're going to lift up to the sky. Arms go up, shoulders are down, just feel your full length. As we exhale down into a chair style squat, you're going to come halfway down and then hands are going to go down beside you. Fingers drop or bricks drop and then lengthen. Use that, let yourself get low. Get long. Let your head drop and back. Inhale and look forward, lifting of the head. Flattening of the back. So knees are soft, you're lifting your chest. Nice and easy, we're going to step back for a high lunge. Go right leg back, high lunge, all the way up. So warming up. Easy down, hands to the floor this time, or you can flip your brick down, so that's your option. As bricks down, step back to plank. Plank is the top of a push-up. If you need to go to your knees and maintain your plank here, you may do so here, but don't let your hips drop forward. Pull those hips up good. If you're in full plank and can hold, chaturanga, hover, 4, 3, 2, sweep forward. Inhale, up dog. Shift easy to down dog. So I am going to move my bricks out of the way. I go to my palm and then right into that down dog. Down dog is an inverted V shape. Your tailbone's high, your legs are down, your arms are down, stretching, reaching for the floor. Pressing back into your heels, pushing into your fingertips and your knuckles. Nice and easy, right leg lifts. We're going to bend the knee and then extend the leg up toward the sky. If you're able, look under your right arm. Feel that length. 4, 3, flare that foot, reach the toes out in all directions. And then nice and easy, put the right foot where the right hand is. So help it out. Wiggle it around, grab it if you need to. Coming up, high lunge. Take a moment. Bless you. Bless you. Excuse me. Thank you. Now easy out of high lunge. Now you can get hands to the floor or hands to your bricks. You're gonna step up, kick that leg up. That's your left leg kicked up in the air. You're gonna let your left toe come down and touch the ground. You're gonna raise the left leg again. Down, touch down, lift. 3, touch down, lift. 4, and lift. Legs go side by side. Reverse dive, up. Hands come to heart. And reset. Let it go. Make any changes you need. Wiggle back into place. There we go. Round 2. We're not going to hold the bricks this time. We know where they are. We know if we need them or not. Now you have your options. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, dive. Fingertips to the floor or brick. Inhale, looking forward. We soften the knees and we step back with the left foot. Look out in front of you. Walk the hands up. Find a focal point. Blink, look to the sky. Remember to blink when transitioning from looking at the ground to looking to the sky. Your brain needs a catch up, so let it. Use that blink as that moment where the brain catches up to the space that you're in. Blink, look forward. Blink, look to the ground. Very nice. Plank. Holding. Now, if you're doing chaturanga on the knees, I will do this from the side. You can have a chaturanga here on the knee. Chaturanga hover on the knee looks like this. We're hovering. If you're high or low, do your hover for 4, 3, 2, sweep to up dog. Sweep to down dog. Turn your toes, lift your tailbone, step in just that little bit. Get your heels down if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Your heels do not have to touch the ground for your down dog to be solid. Lift that tailbone. Let the ribs open. Looking forward, you are going to lift your left leg up in the air and then look to your left side. Looking to that left side under that armpit, flare those left toes out, reach them way up high. Now step forward, left foot, help it around if you need. High lunge, good. Take your time with it. Settle into your feet, feel the weight distributed between both. And exhale. All right, again, brick or hands to the floor. You're gonna kick that leg up as high as you can take it. Let the toe touch down. 1, and lift, and 2, lift, 3, lift, 4, and lift. Bring that foot down. Nice and easy, soft bend on the knee. Reverse dive, up and around. Hands to the heart. And let it go. Make any readjustments. I'm going to get a drink of water. All right. So we've already started the splits, as you can feel, right? Getting some split action going on. So now let's go for our first true standing back bend. So I'll do it from the side this way first, and then I'll turn. We're going to soften our knees. We're not going to lock our legs or thrust our hips forward, so those are our no-nos. What we are going to do is soften the knees and soften the hips and lift our heart. And then we're going to lift our arms and let that heart lift up and back. As we do, the legs extend, but they don't lock. Feel that lift, and then let it come back to neutral. That won't be really far for some of us, and that's okay. Hands come to heart. Now take just a little half step open. So I'm not opening wide, I'm just taking a little half step. So now we'll go from this side. Same thing, you're gonna bring your hands to the heart. We're gonna soften the knees and we're gonna lift the heart and we're gonna lean back a little bit, and then we're gonna lift our arms up and add that weight. Soften. If you feel any pain or pressure at your low back, make sure you're not clenching the butt or locking your knee. Good. And then coming down. Now, round 3, I want you to do either variation we just did, or notice my legs are about hip width now, or a little wider than hip width, about mat width. And we're going to do one side at a time now. So I want you to try to go up, and just try it with me. Again, soft knees, soft glutes. We're not locking, we're not clenching. We're going to lift up, and then take our right hand back toward our bottom or our back leg, and just go back as far as we can. Put pressure against that leg as you lift your heart up. Coming up. Let that go. How'd that feel on everybody? Sounded good. I didn't hear any major uhs or anything. All right, good. So that's a good start. That's a good start. So let's do it again. Nice and tall. We lengthen. We lift up. We reach the left arm back and we find our leg. Now we're not clenching our butt and we're not thrusting the hip forward. We're lifting the chest up and leaning back. Lifting up and let it go. What we are not going to do is a full standing back bend, okay? We are not going to do a full standing back bend, but we're going to go as close as we can with comfort. So this will be our next variant. Wide again. We know that we can put our hands on the back of the leg, so I'm going to go ahead and do so. I'm going to soften, and then I'm just going to walk my hands down. Touch the back of your leg. When you're ready to come up, lift your heart. And let that go. How does that feel? Good? All right. So now I want everybody to just take a moment with that new awareness. Coming to the front end of their mouth. And once again, nice and tall, mountain pose. Mountain to standing back bend. From standing back bend to dive, we bend the knees, we go forward, we dive through. Hands go down toward the legs. Hands can be on the legs or they can be on the bricks. Remember, you have options. You may also touch the floor. Another variation is to put your left hand on your left knee. As you step back with that right, we're going to wiggle, 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 drop. Drop that leg all the way back. We drop the hips forward, and we're going to come on up. Reaching up for the sky. Now we're going to go forward, and we're going to find a brick. Everybody get a brick, a bolster, or a pillow that's going to go under your left glute. Notice I'm taking the brick back. I'm sitting right on to that brick under my left leg. All right, so left leg is back. Switch your legs out, if you will. There you go. Left leg is straight, right leg is under you, and we're sitting there. All right. So we're there, nice and tall. Can you lean a little bit further forward? Okay, good. Now nice and easy, we'll come up. And we're going to thrust ourselves out, so you can use one hand and then the other. If you need your brick, carry it back up to the front. Turn your back toe under. Once again, we'll kick that leg up to the sky. So we've already done this one before. Get that leg up there and give me a little circle with your heel. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and reverse. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it down. Feet go side by side. Reverse dive. And hands to the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, dive. all the way down once again. Finding that place. Do you want your fingertips down? Do you want the bricks? Do you want your hands on your legs? If you're using the legs, left hand goes to the floor, right hand goes to knee. Step back with your left, high lunge. Balancing, when you got it, take it up. Push into each leg, feel the weight between. Down with ease. We're gonna have a seat down onto that knee. Taking that brick with you, go ahead and slide it back as you have a seat on it. Now some people won't need that, and if you don't need it, you can remove it. But we're gonna go deeper on the next round, so allow your body to take stages if you can. Y'all look good, lift up and lean out over. Slow. Good. Shifting up. Kicking it up. Use that brick if you need it. Bring it forward if you can. Otherwise, just leave it back there. Flare that foot out. Give me a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. Hands to knees. Reverse dive. Let it go. Take a moment. Shake it out. All right, so that was our last of our sun salutations there. We are definitely warm now, and I'm going to switch this light off overhead. Now, everybody, just take a moment. Make sure you got your bricks and your bolsters. We're going to get down and do some stuff now. So, we're going to start with a similar movement to what we just did, where we're sitting on one side and the other leg's getting the stretch. So, from the front of your mat, we'll do as we did before. We'll kind of come down. We'll get our hands down, and then we'll take the right leg back. Now, you can do as you did and take your brick back. You can take a bolster. You can put it up underneath that left leg. Or you're going to sit and bring that right foot up underneath your glute. So what your goal is to take the right foot and go around the sit bone of your left hip. Does that make sense? You're going under your left cheek, and it's right there. All right, feeling that stretch, getting down low. Getting as low as you can. Don't force it. If you're feeling any pain or pressure at your head or at your neck, just lift up a little bit. Take that pressure out of the head. All right, now, without changing where the legs are, we're just going to open up a little bit. So I'm going to turn slightly and then straighten that leg out. So you're turning kind of to your right. The knee is still bent, and then your left leg is now straight. All right, if that doesn't work, that's where that brick or bolster is up underneath you, and you're sitting on it a bit. There we go. If possible, you are on the right knee and foot. If not, you are balancing it. It can come just in front of you if you need it to. All right, if you can do it without anything, you're just going to get to here. If you're going to do it with stuff, use it, help it support you so you can get down as low as you can. So now we're going to reach up and over, and we're going to go toward our foot. We're looking up toward the sky, and we're rolling that head back. Good. Coming up easy. Now let's take a minute. You are going to come around now to have a seat on your bottom. Your right foot is going to be in the front there, and your left leg is going to be open. We're going to take and grab our left leg, and we're going to either hold the big toe or the pinkies. So you're either gonna first two fingers around your big toe and lift up. If you can, you'll start extending it out. There you go. If you're able, reach that hand out. So we're doing a balanced sit, a balanced stretch. And then we're bringing it in. Now, grabbing that leg, rock it a couple times. Good. If you can go a little bit deeper, you're going to grab it and place that left foot right near your right elbow. Not everybody will that work or make sense. Otherwise, you're holding it like a baby with those two hands, just holding it. Nice depth. So if you can't get it there, lift your chest up toward it. Lift your body. Bring the leg to the body. Sit as tall as you can. If you need a little rock in it, you can have a little rock in it. Whew. We're going to let that go easy. We're going to take a minute, roll around. You're going to sit on your left knee. You're going to extend your right leg out. If you need to, you're going to bring that brick underneath your right glute or hip. If you're able, you are going to put your left foot under that right glute and hip. There you go. Quick change. And we're there. All right, nice and easy up and extend out over it. Woo! Now, the one thing I always love to point out is round your head forward and notice I can go deeper and I can get lower down, but I don't feel the stretch anymore. But if I lift my head and I push my chest forward and I imagine lifting my tailbone up and back, oh, what a difference that stretch is. So noticing it's in the internal movements that you get the deepening of the stretch. It's not always what's happening on the outside. What's going on the inside too. And then we'll shift coming out. Take a moment. Can you turn it to the side a little bit? You're just opening up that knee so you can get a little bit lower. And so some of you are just going to sit down into here, and this will be it, and you're going to go up and over. Some of you are going to get onto that knee and get way up. Roll back. Lengthen the neck. Take the tension out of the shoulders. Coming out. And facing the front once again. We'll have that seat. We'll bring that leg in. We're either going to hold with the first fingers around the big toe, and it's going to be the right leg extending out to the right side. Bend that left leg in a little bit, give you some support there. Good. You can, both arms out, and we're balanced. And then we're going to bring it in. Now play with it. Can you get a little deeper? Can you get it up underneath there? If you can't get it to your elbow, don't worry about it. Hold it here. Hold it tall. Lift that chest up. Bring it close to your chest. Wherever you are, deepen your stretch and get the most out of this cradle rock. 2 and 1. Letting it go. All right. So we just did a individual V-sit. Now we're going to do the double. So I want everybody to take a moment. Bring your heels out to the side a little bit. Let's start with the first finger. So first 2 fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Pick up one leg and make sure there's nothing behind you, because if you go to roll, make sure you're not going to hurt anything, all right? We're going to lift up. Lift your chest up. If you round, you make a round surface, which allows you to roll. If you lift, you make a flat surface and less likely to roll back. Very good. Press one foot out. Feel the rotation of your hip. Press the other foot out. Feel the rotation. How far can you go? Some of you are going to be right here. Elbows resting near legs. Some of you are going to press it out. If you can, press it out. Lift your chest up. Push your tailbone down. If this hurts your tailbone, come out of it. Don't strain. Coming down easy. Reset. If you need a little extra padding under your booty, get it. Now, I have natural padding, so I need no extra. So we're going to take a minute, take our hands now and go around your pinky toes. So whole hand goes to the outside lateral aspect of the foot. Pick up one foot and then the other if you need. Same. Start pushing the feet out and feel that point where the rotation in your hip, the toes turn slightly as you go up. The struggle is to stay up. Don't let your body round. Keep that chest lifted, looking up. Push down through your tailbone. Be a strong, wide V. Coming down easy. Whew. All right, so that's hand hold 1 and 2. Hand hold 3. Try and go for your instep now. So this is called a strap hold. So we're doing that little stirrup hold around the outside. Letting the knees drop, kind of like a cobbler. Now if you can, push out one a little bit, hold here if you need, push out other, hold if you need. Push out both if you can, pushing up once again, lift that tailbone, sink, balance, 4, 3, 2, and down. Whee! Drop into it. Get down over your legs for a moment. Pushing up and away. All right, now let's do some other back bend movements. So as we go into back bends, I want you guys just to take a minute to reset. I'm gonna turn my mat to the side, but you're gonna stay where you are. You're just gonna be facing this way. All right, so let me get this set. Pretty good there. All right, so we're gonna come to one side. We'll have our bolster where we can get to it. We'll have bricks where we can get to those as well. If you have head, neck, or shoulder injuries, I'm going to ask that you get a towel, another mat, or one of the knee pads. So if you need something for your shoulders and neck, go ahead and get it now. So what we're going to use this for, I'm going to take this old mat of mine, and I'm going to roll it a couple times. I'm going to flatten it out here, and I'm just going to roll it up. So what I have created is a nice 4-ply thickness that I'm going to sit at the very top edge. Now, my shoulders will be on this, but my head's going to be off up here. So I'm actually going to bring it down a little bit. There we go. So as I come down, I want everybody to take a moment and just notice I'm going to line my shoulders up at the top of the mat. I'm going to roll back to my center. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if there are any gentlemen watching, keep in mind that you don't want anything on the back of the head. So if you have a ponytail that is low, go ahead and move it out of the way. And now we're flat on our backs with our knees bent. Our bolsters are nearby, and so are our bricks. Take a minute and make sure you could grab any of them at any time. All right, make those changes. Come back down. Resting. Back bends. First position we're going to focus on is a basic bridge. I want you to walk your feet in nice and close towards your hips. Your elbows are down, and you're going to lengthen out your neck. Go ahead and tuck your chin. Look down at your knees. Let the head lay back. Look at the ceiling. Arms go down beside the hips. Hands reaching toward feet. Now lift your butt up off the ground. Lift it up into the air. And then walk one foot in and then the other. See if you can draw your elbows toward each other. Draw your shoulder blades toward each other and try and take your hands in between your feet. Place the back of your hand against the instep of your foot. So again, the back of the hand is touching the inside of your ankle or foot. Feel the stretch through your clavicles, the shoulders, the chest. Lift those hips as high as they'll go. Let the hands come out, lift up to the ball of your foot, tuck your pelvis, and drop back down. All right, round one. That was bridge round one. Number 2, I'd like for you to interlace your hands under your back and try and extend. So, same but different. You're going to come up, you're going to lift again, you're going to bring your hands together now, and then just try and roll your shoulder blades back and down. Press the hands to the floor, interlace if you can. Breathing, 4, 3, feel those shoulders, 2, and down easy. Hands come out, let it tuck, let it roll. Again, realign the neck and the shoulders. Make sure you got a little bit of extra padding under your shoulders than under your head. No padding under the head. All right, that was round 2. The next one's going to be a bit more challenging. So if this is new to you, stay at level 2 or go to level 3 and hang out. You do not have to lift up to get the full benefits. If you are able though, we're going to walk it in. We're going to go up a little bit higher. We're going to bring feet in real close to the glutes. And then you're going to take one hand at a time up under your back. Rock up onto that elbow. Other hand under the back. Rock up onto that elbow. You have created what's called a pedestal bridge. See if you can hang out here. Bearing some weight into your arms. Feel it. The legs are engaged, but you can move them without losing your balance. Good. We're in that pedestal bridge. We're nice and balanced. We're nice and steady. If you can, you're going to walk your feet in a little bit closer. And then if you're feeling nice and strong, I want you to kick up for a shoulder stand. So we're just going to go from the pedestal straight up into shoulder. And I'm going to check everybody out. Don't turn your head while you're in shoulder stand or in bridging. And if bridging is new to you, stay in your bridge. I love it. Do one leg at a time if you need. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're coming down slow. Don't just drop out of your bridge. Go easy. Bring yourself back down into this flat position, slow. Roll those legs down. Let them touch the floor one at a time. Very good. Now I want everybody to take a moment, put your hands behind your knees. Rock it a couple times, then rock yourself up to a seated position. Now, we just did one back bend, now we're going to do another type. Move all of your props to the middle of the room. Everybody, if you will, bring the props to the middle of the room. That way they'll be in between you guys. There you go. There you go, into the middle, Miss Nicole. There we go. And that way we're going to have our outer edges so we can move with our legs. So what I want everybody to do now is take a moment, decide. I think it's better if everybody faces out than in. It's a little less awkward, but do what you need to do. So Nicole, your face will go out, you'll go out that way, and so on. So the ladies, each person's foot's going to go out to the outer. So we're going to get over on our belly now. So here's what we're going to do. So from where you are, get over on your belly. And we're going to be facing, there we go. So we flipped around, and that's fine. That's fine, there you go. It's better if heads are out. There you go. And if y'all are all going the same direction, it's fine. It's fine. Just know, just be aware of your neighbors. All right? So we're working with everybody's modesty and everybody's comfort. We're going to come up one leg at a time, and we're going to reach back, and we're going to go for a bow. One at a time if you can. Grabbing both legs. Good. Can you get a hold of both? Do one at a time. All right. Push your foot into your hand. If you can do both, do both. Lift high. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. you need to. Press up again. 4, 3, 2, and down. Now, for my beginners, I want you to work with that bow again. For my intermediate to advanced, we're going to try a rollover. Again, be aware of your neighbor. So this is what happens. So don't overthink it. I'm going to show it to you. We're going to lift up, and then I'm going to roll to what's my right side here. I'm going to lift my left leg. I'm going to roll it over me, and then you get stuck at one point if you don't keep your hips forward a little bit. If you need to, you let go, and then you come back into that bridge. From your bridge, you push your hips forward, and then you roll them over to that side again. So take a moment with it. Try it if you can. You're rolling from one side to the other. Be aware of your neighbor. Yeah. So again, bow to bridge. Push them hips forward. The hardest part is the roll back. But if you push those hips forward, you can do it. Lift, rock them over, turn that hand over, get the head down, reset your bridge, push the hips forward, roll to your bow. And then everybody take a minute, let it go. From here, push up dog, shift, and we're going to come to our side view once again. So I'm going to turn this way. Everybody take a minute, get your bolster. We're going to do old dog and sphinx. So those will finish up our back bends. So for old dog, we're going to put a bolster here. We're going to try and keep our hips directly over our knees. So we don't want to go forward in this, and we don't want to go back. We want to stay right here in the middle. So notice my hips don't move. I just walk my hands down one at a time. And then I'm going to let this bolster go across the top of my breast and under my underarm. And then my chin can drop down. You do shift forward into your chest. The weight shifts. There you go. I tell you what, push into your hands, bring it back just a little bit, that bolster. Back closer to you just a little bit, and keep your weight back in your knees. There you go. Don't go any further forward. Stay back. That's it. Can you look forward out in front of you a little bit? If you can, do so. Lift the head, slide one elbow back, and then the other, putting weight in. If you can take the bolster out, you will, and then you're going to try it again. But if you can't get that bolster out and get the chin down, then keep the bolster there. Big arch on the back here, feel it? Now, nice and easy, we're going to shift. We're going to shift forward, and if you got the bolster, let it shift with you. I'm going to bring that bolster back around, and now I'm going to go under my breast with it. Instead of on top of, it's underneath. Reset your girls if you need to. Put your elbows at the front side and hands straight out. Look out in front of you. This is the Sphinx pose. So come on forward. Make that shift. Lift your chest up. Bring that closer up under if you need. And just be cozy. What I want you to notice too, this is like one of those perfect positions for trying to read at the beach. Right? If you want to get some sun on your back and you're not straining and you're not slumped or shoulders in your ears, you're lifting that chest. Nice and easy. Slide the hands back one at a time. And we're going to shift up. And then shift back. We're going to go on to our knees. Now, if you need bricks nearby, make sure they are handy. Let's do the last of our leg stretches. So this last variation that we're going to do, let's come around and have a seat on our bottom. I'll face you guys for this variant. All right, so now let's just do our basic splits. Legs are straight out in front. Bring your right leg into your groin. We did a variation of this already today. We had it underneath us more, but same. Going forward, keeping that chest up. Get down as low to that leg as you can. Look at your big toe, lift your chest up. You're not rounding to get there. You're extending, opening the heart and the back. Shoulders are down, chin tucked in a little bit. Nice and neutral in your neck and in your back. We're coming up. Left leg stays where it is. Right leg turns. It goes up and then out and then turns around. On this one, you can have your knees close together or they can be kind of far apart. What we're trying to do is get the widest space between the knees that we can handle and get a good stretch. So what I want you to notice from there, instead of shifting my right leg further out, I push and shift my left leg up. Do you feel that? It makes a difference which leg you move as to how deep it goes for the stretch. Now this one, if you can take it further back, you lean forward a little bit and then you walk it with your foot. There's nothing your hand or arm can do to help. If your foot can walk it around, it'll walk it around. If you can get to your knee, great. If not, don't worry about it. So I'm gonna go into a full split. You be where you are. So I love it. We got jazz splits going on. We got forward splits going on. We are where we need to be and we're each honoring our body. So just respect where you are. 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Oh, drag it around. Woo. Bring it to the front. Bring that other leg into the groin. So we've done a lot of the same thing, just in different angles, different approach to getting it there. So that's what I want you to notice. It's not doing anything crazy, nothing drastic. Just letting your body open. And again, chest forward, butt pushing back a little bit. Doesn't matter how low you get, do you feel the stretch in the back of your leg? If you do, you're as low as you need to be. We'll lift and we'll rotate. That knee's going to spin out and go outward a little bit. Again, if it needs to be close, it can. But if it can go out, and then if you can push yourself forward a little bit with it and widen that out, go for it. Oh yeah. Good. Nice and easy. To the front, we go over again. If you can walk that foot further back, kick it around. So if I can go up into my full split, I can go here. But if you need your knees closer together, you need them closer together. Honor your body. Listen. 4, 3, 2, release. Oh, drag it around. Wherever it may be, take a moment. So being aware of your breath, I see you hold that side. As we're breathing, making sure you're letting the belly expand with your breath. Now let's come down for our last and final set of back bends. So we're going to just take this down. We're going to start with it long ways first, going up the spine. But as you go down, I want you to stop every so often. Make sure it's running up the center of the spine between the shoulder blades, that you can get your head down to it, that you can lay back and let your arms open. And now that you can find your bolsters here, or your bricks, take a minute, make sure they were nearby. You can get your hands to them. So we're going to be down low. Now let me show you this. Feet come together. Now you can look up, knees drop out. I'm going to use the bricks right there, and I can rest there. If you're like, no, I can go lower, take them down to the side. Let the knees splay over that. If you think, I can go further, flop it down to its deepest and let those knees turn out. So whatever you have decided, rest down now. Open to the space. Your body is in a back bend and a split. So we have an opening of the hip and an arching of the back. Settle into an arch your back if you need to. Make sure you can rest down. Press the head down and then let go. Press the feet together and then let them go. Do whatever you need to do to make sure you can find that comfortable space of relaxation. Let your mind quiet down a bit. Knowing that when we are still and calm, we're able to keep our center during moments of chaos. And in this world, it is very chaotic. There is always trauma and drama that can pull at us. But it is our job, our goal, to be calm amongst the chaos. Not meaning that you're not concerned and you're not involved. It's just that you let yourself remain centered, calm, and present during those moments of extreme need. So we're slowing down so we can better learn to respond versus react. It's important to acknowledge our initial reactions to things, knowing that we have our natural reactions for a reason. Listening to our gut instinct. But then checking in with our head, making sure, do I need to respond this way? Do I need to respond at all? So being calm during that chaos, realizing that you can respond versus react. You can bring calm to others by being a good example of calm yourself. Slowing down, learning to respond versus react, learning to read the situation, and see what's really needed. And a perfect example of that is, I want you to think, in an emergency situation, when you are in need, you call a first responder. We don't call first reactors, because reaction can be very off balance and very extreme. Where a response is more practiced, more present, more helpful. So just remember, take time, think it through. Listen to your gut instinct, but check in with your head. Now taking just a moment to slowly bring the feet out a little wide, rolling the knees in. If you can, you'll move the bolster or the brick away from the right side. And then very gently roll to your right side. Bring your hand behind your head. Rest back on that bolster if you still have it behind you, and notice you can bring your left arm up to your side or hip. You want to get real fancy with it, you can take a brick and put it between your knees. And just notice this is considered the perfect sleeping posture. You're not forward, you're not collapsed, you're not smushing yourself or suffocating your face. You're able to open up and really expand through your chest. Really soften, leaning back. So just appreciate this positioning. If you can find this in your bed, if you can find a way to get this comfortable, please do so. When you're ready, you'll roll forward using your hand and your elbow, letting your top leg slide as you shift up. Go slow like you're just waking up for the first part of the day. Get your bolster behind you again. You'll swing around to have a seat on it once more. And we'll come into our final relaxation. So bringing it back, slowing down. Bring your hands to your heart. As you exhale, take your hands up and touch your forehead with your knuckles or your thumb. And then you'll inhale and come to your heart. You'll exhale to your head. Inhale to the heart. Connecting our thoughts and our actions. Connecting our intention and our deeds. Connecting our mind, our body, and our spirits. Hands coming to the head, knowing that I bow to the light within you. I see that it's good and whole. And I honor and respect your presence. When we can practice together, it helps us remember that we are all one. The light in me honors and respects you all. Thank you for your presence and your practice. Namaste.
Namaste.
Take your time. If you'd like to continue your meditation, please lay back and relax. Let the video end and just hang out. For you guys, take your time as well. As you're coming up to a standing position, I always recommend you go slow. If you'd like, a nice little trick is to get to your feet here, put your hands on your knees, rock your hips, and then come on up. Take your time with it, and I thank you all for being present. Namaste again.